My praises cause he died for you and me.
Bring awareness to domestic violence.
And that's why I keep praising him cause he's so amazing.
How are y'all doing tonight? Listen, happy New Year. We are now in 2021. Ain't God good? Ain't God good? So how y'all been? How y'all be? What's going on? Welcome to my house, to the WarriorShe Room. I am honored to have you all with us. Give me a second, y'all. I'm checking something out right quick. Give me a minute. Sorry. That was my bad. I did that. Sorry, guys. Give me a second, Michelle. I'm all discombobulated tonight, y'all. Okay, Michelle. The request button is going to be in the comment section. Look like little blue men or something. Give me a second and then I'll bring you in. So y'all, this is our first segment in the year of 2021, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. Got a powerful woman coming on with me tonight. She told me a little bit about her journey, but I too, like y'all, gonna hear the majority of it for the first time tonight. I think pretty much 95% of it tonight I'm gonna hear for the very first time, and I'm excited to have her. Before we get started with the interview or with the testimony, I don't know if Dion Wingate is on here. Dion, I got my book today. This is Dion Wingate's book, Failure is Not an Option. And I actually won it on his page like the week of Christmas. I won it. And I got it today, so I'm excited. If y'all haven't picked this up, please do. After the show, if he doesn't come on tonight, I ask him to post the information where you can order it from. But I'm excited. I'm ready to read that. Michelle, do you see the button where you can send me a request to bring you in? It should be in the comments, down in the comment, but you can make a comment on the post, and you should see it looked like a little man, little post office or something, where you can send me a request. Let me know if you found it. If you didn't, then I'll try to send you one. Anybody out there want to help Michelle? Tell her exactly where she needs to go, because I might be telling her wrong, to send me a request to add her on. To everybody I haven't spoken to yet, the ones that are just coming in, hello, how y'all doing? Good to have you. I'm excited to have you guys with us tonight. Got a powerful testimony. Okay, Michelle, I'm going to try to send you one. Oh, Lord. Michelle, are you on your phone? Cause I can't even send you an add on. Got everybody in here except you. Are you on your phone? If you're not on your phone, hey Mel, tell Michelle how she can send me a request to add on. Michelle, if you're on your laptop, I don't know how to walk you through it that way, but I know if get on your phone, you on your laptop, Michelle? You on a computer or your cell phone? Which one? Melody, can you put in the comments and tell her where she needs to go to send me a request to add her in? Okay, you guys give us a minute. We're going to see if we can get Michelle in here. We're going to see if we can get her in here. Okay, she needs to hit the button beside the comment box. It has two people in the box that she clicks. Michelle, Melody is telling you, cell phone, it may not be my phone, gonna use my phone. Okay, how you been?
Okay. I'm great. I'm great. This month be a full year that I've been in remission of cancer. Plant January the 16th, 2020 last year. So this is all full circle.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it
That's amazing.
is. It is. It
Um,
is.
hold on a second. Melody,
Okay.
let me see if I can get this right. Melody, you're saying my voice is messed up. Can you guys hear me okay? I need y'all to comment and tell me if y'all can hear me okay, if y'all can hear Michelle okay. Because if I need to start this thing over, then we need to do it now, early in. For y'all, Mel, what do I sound like? Can y'all hear us clear? Okay. Let's see. Um, okay, Yolanda said yes. Okay, they're saying yes. They can hear us. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh, I am so excited to have you here.
And I'm excited to be here.
I am. This is an honor. I have been anticipating you coming
Uh-huh.
and hearing your testimony. I know you told me a little bit of it, um,
Mm-hmm.
but I know this is going to be something powerful just from the
Mm-hmm.
that told me.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we're
Yes,
going to do.
ma'am.
I don't
Okay.
know how to asking questions with my guests. I let you guys come on and I give y'all the flow. You tell the floor,
Okay.
tell your journey,
Okay.
whatever God.
Well, I'm nervous though. I've been doing talking all this time, and then time to get up here, I'm nervous.
Listen, y'all. Okay, let me tell my peoples. She's saying she's nervous. There's no reason to be. We are family here. My peoples are so cool. For
Right.
real, for real. They're real cool. They talk back to you. They cry with you. They laugh with you. We have fun. Y'all send us some love. Send us some hearts and some. Tell her, hey, welcome to the show. Make her feel good. We family, girl. So
Okay.
so my people's gonna love up on you, you know,
Okay.
and we just gonna do this thing. Let God
Okay.
speak your heart, whatever God allows you
Okay.
to tell. How long?
Okay.
When did you find out? How many years you? Just
Okay.
speak. All yours.
Okay. Okay. Well, it was January 2018. I had a bad kidney infection on my side. And so I went to the general hospital in the town, and I just wanted to see about my kidneys. But it was a good thing that they thought it might have been a kidney stone. So they put me through a CAT scan. And when they put me through a CAT scan, the doctor was an Indian doctor. And I always say that Indian doctors are good because they figured out in 2014 that I had vertigo. But at that time I was mad at him a little bit. But let me get back to him. So he came, opened the door. He said, "You have hernia, you have this, you have that, you have bone cancer." I heard everything but the bone cancer part. It's like, I got what? He said, "You have bone cancer." And for me to have heard about it, seen people with it, it was like, what, me? So I looked at the nurse and I said, "Could I die from it?" And I really don't remember what I was gone. So I had worked 2 jobs. I've always worked 2 jobs for 30 years. So both my supervisors are pastors. So I always tell her, "You must have came in the helicopter," because I was supposed to be in work at 3 o'clock that evening. So she came and she was talking to me. Like I said, she was a pastor, and I was zoned out. So then my other supervisor came. She's a pastor. She was talking. I was zoned out. My daddy called me, and he's a cancer survivor, and he was talking to me. I was zoned out. I got cancer. So a couple days and went by, and I do Facebook selfies a lot. So one of my girlfriends said, "Michelle, get back on Facebook," because I wasn't even gonna get on Facebook or nothing no more. It was like, I got cancer. So she said, "Get back on Facebook with your wigs and your red lipstick and do the thing." So it hit me a little bit. I said, "You know what? She right." So I went to the thrift store, got up there, and did my selfie. Y'all, I got cancer. Okay, so after that, they had thought I had lung cancer, so I had to go to the cancer center and get a biopsy on my lungs. But then they found that I had bone cancer, and I was like, the Indian doctor seen that, you know, when he told me everything I had. And so I didn't need a lung doctor, so they introduced me to a bone marrow doctor. And first thing I asked him what is your success rate? And he said, "I never lost a case." I looked up and I said, "Lord, I thank you." He said, "I got 70-year-old people getting transplant, living long lives." I said, "Lord, I thank you." So I said, it took me a while to grasp it, and my daddy started seeping in what he said, "Be strong, be strong." That started seeping in. I got to be strong. So then I had tumors up in here. So I
Talking.
had to
Keep
start off
talking.
with radiation. Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Keep talking. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I had to start off with radiation and chemo because I had tumors all up in here. So I had a radiation doctor, and he did the thing. And then I had to take my chemo. And the first time I was taking chemo, I had to take chemo in my stomach. So that's like 30 minutes. Okay, the cancer got aggressive to where I had to start taking it 2 times a week with little bags. So I really had to start staying. So I took that and I rung the chemo bell. Was I supposed to have finished? Okay, mind you, I was going to Chapel Hill for the transplant stuff. So this particular day, I went the day after the chemo bell, I rung. I went to Chapel Hill. The doctor, his name is Dr. Wood. He looks just like um um and not Andy Griffith, but the one that was with Andy Griffith. And Goma, not Goma Powell. Anyway, he came in the room and he said that we can't do the transplant because the cancer came back aggressive again. I'm looking at him like, what? Because mind you, go back a little steps. I had did some training for the transplant. I was going back and forth. So I said, what? So I was gone then in my mind. So I said to myself, "Lord, please help me with this." So the next, he told me we got this chemo that you got to take for 8 hours. That is gonna kill the cancer, and you come back. So I said, okay, I'm gonna fight like hell, and I'm coming back. I said, at that point I had to have faith activated, So went back to the cancer. Mind you, let me take this back. When I was starting my going to my cancer treatment center, how you see me looking now, this is how I went up in the cancer center. The cancer people fell in love with me. They called me Miss Sassy. I told them I'm getting ready to change the game of this. I'm not coming in here looking dead. So make a long story short, I had to come back I said, y'all, I got to come back to y'all again. So I got to do, so the first 8 hours I had to do the straight chemo. So when I did the straight, I had, I passed it. Then after that, I had to, for 4 months, I had to do straight 7 hours chemo until this thing got together. So then went back to Chapel Hill, had to go through some more tests and stuff. And the first thing I had to do was I had to get a central line right here. That's for when the chemo, everything, the transplant, everything gonna get in there. So then after that, I had to go back. My son, which is I'm with right now, before the transplant, I had to have a caregiver. My son that's right here right now, he took on the role as my caregiver, and he did the job for 2 months. He even followed me to Chapel Hill. They taught him how to do everything for me. So the next step, they trained him. Then I had to give myself granite shots. Okay, then I had to go up there and take this chemo that was stronger than any chemo. It felt like I had 2 bottles of liquor in me. So I passed that. Then it was time to get hooked up because I had to have 6 million stem cells taken out of me. So it was time for me to be hooked up. No, wait a minute, I'm going too far. I got to go all the way back because I told you the part about the tumors in my leg. Okay. Right. Okay, when I told you I had to have the 8 hours of straight chemo, okay, the side effect was 15 tumors was in my leg. So I worked for 30 years. I've been working for 30 years. I'm going to take it all the way back to that. I was working for 30 years. I was literally still working 2 jobs. I work in a healthcare field, group homes. I was taking care of 7 clients and 8 clients. I was taking the leg. I was limping it. I knew how to maneuver that leg, but it felt like you could feel the little, they call legions. You can feel them moving. It felt like lightning strikes. And I still was moving. The clients would help me and everything. I had one blind client tell me, Miss Michelle, you got your own problems, but you still take care of us. I looked at her like, wow. So one particular day, the tumors was eating so bad that I just couldn't do it no more. So I sat in the car and I said, Lord, I can't do this no more. He said, quit. Mind you, I've been working 30 years, 2 jobs. What am I going to do? Lord said, I got you. And if he didn't have me, boy, it's just unbelievable. But I had ended up in the hospital because the pain was so severe that I ended up back in there. Okay, orthopedics had came in there and they wanted to open my leg up. And I told them no, because if you open a leg up with cancer, it's going to spread. No, we're not opening my leg. Right. I said I need the radiation doctor that I had the first time, So he came in there and he said, mind you, during that time I was sinking because I couldn't believe this. These lesions really, it's like my mind wanted to give up, but my soul said, no, we can't do this. So as I was sinking in the bed at the hospital, the radiation doctor came in. He said, do you want? I said, yes, because you did it then, and I know you can do it again. So he said, okay, we're going to do this radiation. And to hold them, this leg right here with the 15 tumors was the hardest thing to do every step I had. But each time I went somewhere, somebody was praying for me. So when I put take it back. So when they said that, they came in the room and they said, you killing the cancer. That's what they said. You killing the cancer because the 8-hour chemo was killing it, but it was a side effect. So I rose up out the bed. I said, okay, lesions, you getting ready to go. Because lesions in the Bible are like 15 demons. Because they was coming at me strong now. So then The first day I took the radiation, I couldn't hold it, and they was like, "You want to stop?" I said, "No, I can't stop. Because if I stop, I got to go backwards." So I took it for 2 weeks, and I still could feel them and everything, but then after that, I had when I got at the hospital. My brother had called me. Mind you, my brother Henry McFadden. Let me take that back. I got to give him the props. He went with me to every one of my chemo sessions. I looked over there and I said, my brother got me. My brother got me. It was like I didn't feel like I was at chemo. I just felt, I called it club chemo. That's how it was. And so he said, one of your girlfriends sent you some money in the mail, $200 straight cash. Mind you, I go back and say, Lord, how am I going to do this? After that was the first thing. Then my pop stepped in. He said, how much you need? He said an answer, and I was like, wow. After that, the ball was rolling. Checks was coming in the mail, everything. So then Christmas, I had went home to a Christmas party, and one of my friends was like, Michelle, let's dance. I said, I can't dance. Well, you know what? I was dancing all around. You would have thought I wasn't dancing with stars. I said, wow. So then that's when I'm getting back to when I went for had to get the stem cells. Going back to the stem cells. Okay, so I had to lay there and let this machine. It's practically like a blood bank. I took 2.5 million out the first time. So then I had to go back to Chapel Hill and get a booster shot to get the other out. So when I got the other 4 point something out, I was done. I was at in the waiting room laying on a big old thing. I made a couch because I was done. And my navigator, she came in there with another lady. They said, it's a go. You can get the transplant the next day. So mind you, I went up there. My son had his bags packed because he was my caregiver. And one of my girlfriends, the one that told me about the lipstick, she was there. Mm-hmm. The first day I checked in. Okay, let me take you back. She even got a job. Because, see, when I miss some points, I got to take you back. She even was a traveling nurse. She got a job at the hospital where I was taking chemo. She sent me checks in the mail. When I say a ride or die, she was a ride or die. So I checked in, and I had took a profile picture with red on a red bow. And I told them, they said, oh, that's a beautiful picture. And I said, yeah, that's me. I said, I do this, So then checked in the room, and I had a nurse that was like Gomer Pyle's sergeant. She was like, you got to eat 2 hours of ice because you develop sores in your mouth, right? So I started eating 2 hours, eating it. And then she'll come in there and she said, don't stop eating. So I stop eating. Then after that, I had to have a chemo called the Red Devil. And that was the explosive of all explosive chemos. So I took that, but they didn't give me but a little bit of it. And I took that and I got nauseated and throwing up because all that was the side effects of them, but it passed. So the next day was transplant day.
Right.
So my first cousin, which is a pastor, came in the room and he prayed over my body. Then my brother went and got my mother. And like I said, my son was there, my girlfriend there. Then I have another ride or die girlfriend named Kendall Chalmers that came. She came to every hospital spot I was at. She was there. Before you know it, my room was filling up. And they said, Michelle, you a rock star up here. I said, y'all didn't know it. And good thing this happened before COVID. This happened 2 months before COVID. So all it was all my cells was in a bag coming all back through my central line. Okay, so then after that, it wasn't over. They said in 3 weeks your sales is gonna drop. They're gonna drop tremendously. So the calendar was in front of me, and I'm looking at this, right? So okay, mind you, So about a couple days went by. Mind you, I'm a Kobe Bryant freak. I even went to California. My son that's here right now sent me to the BET Awards. I got to spend an intimate moment with Kobe Bryant. So I'm laying in the room and I look and he tell me Kobe dead. Kobe what? That's why I got the Kobe picture right here. Because his anniversary is coming up this month of his death. And I'm like, what? And so I couldn't believe that. So then After that, Super Bowl weekend, I started having heart problems. I had to end up on the heart unit. Mind you, I just came for a transplant. So I ends up on the heart unit for about 2 weeks. I'm like, what? Then after that, I ended up with a infection in my bowel movement to where I had to be quarantined. So that meant my hospital stay was longer than it's supposed to be. So I'm pumped up with 50 steroids and I can't leave a room. They're coming in there with yellow suits on, So I can't sit still. I'm walking around. I'm just walking around the hospital room. So I looks outside. The sweetest thing was to see a car moving and people walking. And I said, one day I'm getting outside.
Right.
And so after that, they come in the room and tell me a couple weeks all after that I had to go to rehab for a month. Rehab for a month? What? So I said, no. I said, Lord, please give me the strength to just get up out of here. Mind you, I had a home that I went to beside the Ronald McDonald House. What was the name of the place, Joseph? Beautiful, beautiful place after the transplant. Beautiful. It was like country living. And my insurance company, Blue Cross Blue Shield, gave me an insurance card that paid for that, paid for Uber. I thought I was a Kardashian, the way that I was, there. And so my son had to push me around in wheelchairs because my strength was like that. So one day I told him, I said, give me an Uber so I can go to the thrift store. So he took me to the thrift store. I couldn't stand but 5 seconds to pick a dress. I couldn't stand. I couldn't. It was like, and evidently I must have started crying every day at 9 o'clock because we would go to the Huddle House in Chapel Hill. Was it the Huddle House? Waffle House. And I would start crying. So one day my son said, Mom, it's about time for you to start crying. I said, what? He said, you cry about every time at 9 o'clock. So I started crying. And I said, you know what? You're right. So he said, you're going to get your strength back. So I had to have 2 therapists when they came. And I used to hate to see them coming because they used to make me walk, and that was hard. And I used to have to stretch with a red thing, And so I told my son one time I wanted some purple Kool-Aid. And like I said, the country living was like, it was beautiful. Like you had your own suite. And so I would had to walk down. Then you had downstairs, they had refrigerator. You had your own refrigerator. You had your own food. You could cook there. It was just beautiful. So I had to walk down in the beginning because I couldn't get my stuff in my room right then. So I was like a zombie walking down that hall, but I did it. And I get back to the room. My son said, where you been? I said, I had to get that purple Kool-Aid. So then I had to keep going back to Chapel Hill for them to keep checking me. And I had to be in wheelchairs because I literally couldn't walk. So I told my doctor, I said, when am I going to get my strength back? And he was like, it might take 6 months because my body, like I told you, had been through a toll with the heart, the virus and all that. It took a toll. But I told my son, I said, when I get home, my strength coming back. So when I got, I ended up staying in Chapel Hill for about 2 months, longer than I was supposed to have. But when I got back home and I started going to the grocery store and I was riding in the buggies. But one particular day, they didn't have no buggy to ride in, so I had to walk. Mind you, before that, I had sat in the bathroom on a big old toilet thing, and my son had ordered me. I supposed to have all the special stuff in the bathroom. The stuff's still sitting in the box because I said, no, Lord, please, give me the strength. So like I told you, I worked at group homes for the longest, so I'm used to cooking for bulks. So I went in the kitchen, and I just started cooking, and I started cooking. All of a sudden, my strength was like, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. So then that's when COVID hit. But mind you, my rules were the same rules with COVID before it even happened. I couldn't be around because my immune system, my immune system was dropped.
Right.
So I couldn't be around people. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. So I'm like, wow, everybody joining me now. It just amazed me. But I said, Lord, I thank you, because This January will be 4 years from January to 2018 that I'm here telling my story, you know. And for a person to have had bone cancer and to went through all I went through, I could have said, I don't want to take, because I had people tell me, why is you taking chemo? I'm like, because I want to live, you know? And
Mm.
chemo never bothered me. Only time it bothered me, because matter of fact, I still, okay, when I still go take chemo once a month for 7 hours, but now it's got cut to where I could just be there for 2 hours because they stick it in my stomach now. But after the transplant, I was going for 7 hours straight, taking 7 hours chemo, going in there looking just like this, you know, letting them, and they was like, they fell in love with me at the cancer center in Greenville, and they fell in love with me in Chapel Hill. Said, we never seen nothing like you before in our lives. I said, the Lord gives his battle to his tough. And I didn't know that I had all the strength and strongness in me. And it was moments that my mind wanted to give up, but my soul was like, we can't do this. We can't do this. Because one thing I can say for me, having bone cancer for 2 years, it never reached now organ. And you know your whole body consists of bones.
Mm.
And it could have went the other way to where I could be just as bony as a stick, but I'm 200 some pounds now. Ain't nothing but God.
Mm.
Nothing but God. Nothing but God. So when I had said, after all that, I said I wanted to like go and fix cancer patients up and make them, because the key thing is confidence. No, the key thing is faith. I'm gonna take that back. You gotta have faith, like a mustard seed,
Mm.
and you gotta have confidence. You know, them two things. You know, and you can't, whatever you go through, you might get scared a little bit, but you got to keep fighting. And another thing too, that I had watched the movie Creed. You know the movie Creed?
Mm-hmm.
I had watched the movie Creed, and I had seen where he got beat up and he got beat up, but he still kept going. He
Come on,
still
girl.
kept, and I said, okay, I'm getting beat up, but I'm still gonna keep going through, you know. And I did, and I'm just thankful to be here. To be here 2021 from 2018. You know, can't nobody tell me what God can't do. People don't come to me with no negativity about what he can't do. Looking at it right now, you know, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And back to me taking chemo, because the bone cancer transplants, people can take 2 or 3. I'm not even trying to go to 2. So if I got to take chemo once a month to keep it at bay, so be it, because I can handle chemo. I handled the roughest of it all was the red devil, and I knocked the mess out of it, you know. But and I had some angels, you know. I did. I had, like I said, I had some girls that we never hung together, but they was there for me in that moment that I needed them. And I always be thankful for them. Always, always. Because I had times where, and I had another girlfriend named Dolores that I used to go to, and I used to cry all the time. I said, I can't do this. She said, if you don't suck this up, you don't went through this, you don't went through that. Sometimes you gotta have some friends that just, just tell you like it is,
That's
you
right.
know. And I did. And I was going to church still with my clients, because like I said, 2 of my they was pastors. So I was taking my clients to church. And so they had a chair, and they called it the healing chair. And they put me in that chair and sat in that chair. And they put the chair, after I sat in the chair, nobody else could sit in the chair, and they put the chair up. And I said, wow. I felt it then. And I was like, wow, because I was still taking my clients to church, you know.
Wow.
And so anything you want to ask me,
Girl, you a strong somebody.
you got to be.
Oh my
You
God.
got to be. You got to be.
Did you
Because
say you
I
taking a so called the Red Devil?
I took a chemo. It's called the Red Devil. It's the potent of all. So in other words, I was dealing with the devil through the whole journey,
Mm.
especially when he sent them legions. He said, "Well, now we getting ready to get her," you know. And because the lesions were so bad that sometimes I wanted to take a knife and cut the leg off. Let me tell you, Oxycontin couldn't do it. Morphine couldn't do it. Then they had something stronger named Delilah. Couldn't do it. The only thing they would do was put me to sleep for 2 hours, but I still wake up with the pain. I would have had to sometimes with them tumors crawl on the floor like a dog to get to the bathroom. You
My
know,
God.
and it was just the most. And I cried every day because that lasted for 2 months now. 2 months. You know, and I supposed to have been out with that. I supposed to have been down like, I can't take it no more. But when that doctor came in that room and said that you killing the cancer, that's when I rose.
Come
And
on.
matter of fact, during the whole cancer journey, I seen 2 rainbows. Okay, the first rainbow I seen was when I was going to the transplant the first time. That's when we had one of the hurricanes coming in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, wow, well, the Lord's not going to flood the land. Not knowing that the Lord made me a promise. And I'm about to go into the doctor about to tell me that I can't do the transplant.
Mm.
So after that, I thought about it. I said, wow, that rainbow meant something. So mind you, I um goes when I'm in the hospital with the tumors, I look outside, I see another rainbow. I seen 2 rainbows in my journey with the promise. Yes.
My Lord. Girl. I've met some powerhouse women. I've met some strong women. But girl, mm, your testimony gonna bless somebody.
And you know what I thought about? I said I had to go through mine to help people during this COVID.
Yeah, yes.
I had because COVID was right behind the door, and let people know that it is what it is, but you got to be strong. You got to, you know, you know, because it's like
Are you back at work?
I,
Are
I'm
you
I,
still working?
no, I'm gonna tell you a good thing, sweet thing about that. Um, when I went to Chapel Hill. They told me the only thing I need to no the day before I went to the transplant because my team I had like an advisor at Greenville, and he got my disability going. So disability calls me 2 days before I get the transplant. They say are you when you doing the transplant? I said tomorrow. I said, do y'all need my information? They said, no, we don't need none. You just go ahead and get better. I got disability quicker than the eye. Yes,
What?
ma'am. Quicker than the eye. Yes, ma'am.
I know some
Yes,
people that
ma'am.
had to appeal 2 or 3 times
No,
to get
baby, I
their
ain't had to peel. And let me let me tell you a sweet thing about that. Okay, I'm used to getting income tax. So this particular time, my taxes was not coming. They didn't come in January. They didn't come in February. They didn't come in March. They didn't come in April. Okay, mind you, they was telling me that I was gonna get my disability check starting May. How about the mailbox got 2 checks in it?
What?
I told the mailman, I said, hold on, I'm looking for a check. And then I said, wait a minute, mailman, there's 2 of them in there. You talking about somebody? That's what I'm saying. God can't nobody tell me God can't take care of you because he can.
My
Because he
God.
will. If he can feed the birds, he can feed you. That's just how I see it.
Come on,
Yes.
girl.
I never had to worry about a thing financially. Not now thing. Not now thing.
Wow. God just did what he do.
I was eating so much I had to stay away from the refrigerator. I said, whoa. Overflow. Everything.
Girl, you said
Yes.
that. Overflow.
Overflow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Girl, somebody needs to hear this tonight.
Yes.
Wow.
And I said the talk show is on in January. And I said I have a whole lot of Januaries to talk about. Yes. January 2018, found out I had cancer. Still walking in 2019 with a smile. 2020 got transplant. 21 remission. And
Wait a
Chapel Hill's
minute.
supposed to call me pretty soon.
Hold up. I just caught that. You found out in January of 18 that you had cancer?
Yes, ma'am. Found out in January 18. I found out I had bone cancer.
And January of 2020, you had the transplant.
That's right, because I'm saying 2020 didn't do nothing for me
Wow.
but rebirthed me. I don't want to hear nothing people talk about 2020. I ain't got nothing bad about it. Not nothing bad about it. Nothing. Because I tell people, put your hand on your heart. If it's still beating, you still got life. And I
Well,
always will look at my kids and huh?
it's something about January with you. I'm telling you.
Yes, it's something about
God
this
just moved
January.
mightily in January.
Yes,
Jesus.
yes. And I said, because I have three sons. I have a son, his name is Anthony McFadden, he's 34. I have a son right here, the one that took care of me, he's 30. Then I have another one that's 29, three sons, and I have two grandchildren and a daughter-in-law. And I will always look at them and say, Lord, please don't take me out the equation. Please don't. Let me
Mm.
stay. Please let me stay for my kids. Please. Please. Yes. It got to the point when I was staying with my son because they stayed in Raleigh. My grandchildren were taking care of me. Yes, sir. They was. One time I asked my grandson, could I have some M&Ms? He said he had to ask my son. And he was like 9 years old. He had to ask my son first before I give you anything, Grandma. Yes. Looking in their eyes and feeling their love was a joy. You know? Yes.
Wow. Girl, and you're
Yes.
looking flawed. If you wasn't sitting on here telling this journey, I would not believe you've been through what you've been through.
Nobody wouldn't believe it. Because when I used to go to the hospital and
You
stuff, they
look,
say, who you come to see? I said, I'm the patient. They said, what? Yes. I'll wait. If you go in my room in my closet's so full of wigs, so full of, because thrift store clothes, and I had to have a fresh outfit. Had to. Had to. Because if I wouldn't have never went to the hospital for the kidney, I would have never known I had cancer. Never known. So, like I said, I was working at the group home, so I had to take a client to the hospital where I found out, and I seen the doctor. And I told him, I said, I was mad at you, but I forgive you because if you didn't say what you said, it wouldn't have did the process. Yes. Because I wouldn't have never known I had it. You know, only time I knew I had it was when I had the tumors in my leg and then after the transplant with the strength, you know. But I would have been walking around. That's
wow.
why I tell everybody it's good, check your health. Go get checked. Go get checked. Just get your health checked. Because I was the type of person didn't go get checked, you know? So,
Wow.
oh, and I forgot to say, well, another thing I was hit with in my cancer journey was stage 1 kidney disease. That got hit on me. I'm like, what? So that kind of put me down a little bit. But I went to the kidney doctor about a month or two ago. My kidneys is good. I don't got to come back for 6 months.
Good
Yes,
Lord Almighty.
yes.
What?
And I've had some people, yes. And I had some people on my journey that had passed on that was helping me. I had well, he was my ex-boyfriend, but we went together for this happened in 2018, right after I found out I had a cancer. We went together for 13 years and we talked after that for probably say about 19 years. And I told him I had cancer. He would call me and he would say, you're gonna beat this cancer. 2 days before he had dropped dead from a major heart attack, he had told me that you
What?
got this. So I had to deal with that. You know, I had to deal with that loss. You know, I'm like, wow, because that got put in the equation too. I'm like, he was fine. I get a phone call that so I went to the funeral. It was the hardest thing to do, you know. But I went to the funeral. Then after the funeral, my granddaughter was in the hospital too, the same day. And she had asthma to where her heart was beating real fast and stuff. So I left the funeral, went to see her, watched her fight. I said, look at my granddaughter. She can fight. Grandma can fight too. Because I got a little fighting spirit granddaughter. It's like in our blood to be strong and fight. Because one thing my daddy instilled with me to be strong. Because I watched him with cancer back in the early 90s when prostate just got on the scene. So I had read up about
Yeah.
prostate and everything, went with him to the doctor's office, and he beat that. He beat that. And then I had to think about it. He used to always say, be strong, daughter, be strong. And it finally seeped in what he was talking about. You got to be strong. You don't get me wrong, you're gonna have some weak moments because the flesh gonna make you, but you gotta override that. Because I used to talk to them demons and everything on my body and say, you got to go.
Mm,
Yes.
my Lord.
Yes.
Girl, I guess you can tell I'm kind of like speechless right now. I'm like
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm like in awe right now.
And then I had another lady on my page. She passed away 2 days ago. And she was a powerful, powerful preacher. Because I had some powerful ones on my page. The Lord had my team set because sometimes they would get me through. Sometimes, I was like, y'all talking to me, telling me something. And I would listen to, I had some good followers, some real good followers. And so I had a pastor, her name was Ella Cotton, on my page. And she would always tell me, you ain't got no cancer. You ain't got no cancer. She used to always tell me that on her live. And I say, wow. And she passed away a couple of days ago. God rest her soul. But she was a powerful woman of God. And if she didn't speak that in my body,
Wow. Girl,
yeah, I am. Yeah, I am
you
doing
are
real, real good. I am.
you are every you are warrior she in every sense of the word.
Thank you.
Cause see,
Thank you.
when God gave that to me, that I just realized probably the last few months, warrior she does not only pertain to a domestic violence survivor.
Right.
Girl, you done walked through the storm. You done walked through the
Yes,
fire.
because my memories are popping up now to where it's really getting deep. Because like I said, I would go live when I was in Chapel Hill and stuff. So each memory, and the one memory popped up Sunday that I said that I'm gonna go through this because I want to live. You gotta speak it. You gotta speak it.
That's right.
I said I want to live, and I said, look at me. Yes. I
You know
said
what I love?
because I let people know cancer is not. It might have been back in the 70s and all that, but it's too much. It's too much. Lord then provided too much technology to man, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it ain't necessarily no death sentence no more, you know. Cause people used to look at me and start, well, don't look. Cause in the beginning, I used to tell them, hey, what are you crying for? I ain't going nowhere. No, we're not gonna do that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I still was Michelle because back in 1986 I got voted most school spirit, and that spirit still lingers on 35 years to today.
What I love about what you said a little while ago, you said you used to talk to those lesions on your leg,
I
and you
did.
used to tell
I used to
those
talk to them.
demons, "Go." That's
Yes,
powerful.
because you could feel them crawling. You could feel them crawling. They was like little balls, and then you know how lightning strikes. It felt like lightning bolts. It was so bad. I'm telling you, I wanted to take a knife and just cut the whole leg off. Yes.
You could
Yes.
feel them crawling.
Yes, you could feel them moving. When they came, the intention was to destroy me. It was like for me to say, "Wow, what? I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to take no more chemo. I got to stop." Because it was like getting more painful and more. Because in the beginning, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was arthritis. So I was taking arthritis pills, and I kept saying, "This is stronger than whatever this is stronger than that." So I told my chemo doctor, and he was like, "We're gonna get you an X-ray." So I went and got an X-ray, and it was, like I said, it was painful to hold the leg still on the CAT scan, and it was just but I did it. And so each time that I did do it, I had somebody praying for me because I would cry. That's how painful it was. I would cry. And so when I had to wait a while, and so um I had went to the hospital, like I said, and they had put no, I had went to the hospital. The first I had went to the hospital because I couldn't take the pain no more, to the general hospital in my town. I couldn't take the pain no more. So they gave me some morphine, and it wasn't working. And they put a pain patch on. Pain patch was falling off. I said, whatever this is powerful. Because they had told me they was either going to be blood clots or legions. And I read up on them. I did my research, you know. So I called the cancer center, and they told me to come up there for pain management. And one of my girlfriends said, "I'm taking you up there." And when they took me up there, the nurse came by and she said, "It's 15 legions." I just knew I was done then, you know. I said, but I said, radiation, because I had them up in here in the beginning. And so the Lord provided me with the radiation doctor from the beginning. And he was one bad man too. Yes. My team that I had and the team, I had like a Doogie Housey team in Chapel Hill. I had like 5 or 6 of them come in my room every day, just to observe me, you know. And another sweet thing too, when I was in Chapel Hill, I'm a Tar Heel fan too, Carolina do or die. And I said, the Lord is so sweet. He let me go to Chapel Hill, to the town, the Tar Heel town. And my room, when you open up the room, you see the Tar Heel Tower. Yes, it was just beautiful.
Girl. Now my people that normally come on here every week, they know I don't I don't get speechless often.
Right.
I am literally speechless right now. You had 15 lesions.
Yes.
I might be
Yes.
wrong. Lesions are like, isn't that like creepy crawlies, like worms or something?
Yes. Yes.
Leeches?
Yes. They are tumors. They're literally tumor, but they call them legions. There was 15 tumors attached to the bones of my leg. Yes. And me still moving, because I'm a hard-headed soul too. And I still was moving. It was like I was taking that leg. It's like I knew how to maneuver it, you know?
My God. You done survived, what is it? The Red Devil chemo.
Yes.
The Red Devil speaks volumes for me.
Yes.
They named it the Red Devil for a purpose.
Yes, they did. Yes,
You
they
done
did.
survived, what, 2, 3 months of chemo of the Red Devil? You done
Yes.
survived heart trouble from the chemo. Your kidneys were shutting down.
Yes.
You have 15 lesions in one leg.
Yes. One leg. Mm-hmm.
Girl, you are a living testimony.
Yes.
I've been
And I thank the Lord
in
for
the
letting me be here to tell it. Because some people can't tell it, you know. And some people are scared to tell their journey. But see, I'm not, because mine was a long, long one. Long one. You know, and I gotta tell it. I gotta tell it, scream it through the land. You know?
I've been in the home health industry for 25 years. And
Okay.
I've seen things come through with cancer, all forms of cancer, all kind of, I mean, all kind of stuff. I've,
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not, I've never heard one person that has survived all that you just said you went through.
Yeah, because it was coming to get me. It was coming to destroy me. It couldn't destroy me with the cancer, so it had to come in some other forms. You know, I'm gonna get you one way or the other. You know, it's like I had to literally fight like Creed. Let's literally fight.
You got a warring spirit. I mean, you truly got a
Thank you.
warring. You
Thank you.
set up. You listen, girl. You a powerful somebody.
Thank you.
Mm,
Thank you.
you got me messed up right now. I don't even know what, girl. I don't even know what to do
I'm
right now.
surprised I ain't crying because I've been crying all week and I ain't crying. I guess I'm all cried up right now. But yes,
And I'm sitting here. Y'all know I'm a crybaby. I'm sitting here trying not to cry tonight because I cried so much the other night. But girl, you got, honey. Listen, you are a warrior she.
thank you.
You wear that.
Thank
You
you.
wear that type with a boldness. Girl, the warring spirit that's in you. Listen,
Thank
the
you.
bone cancer alone would have taken most people out.
Yeah,
We
because
ain't
when you
talking
look at
about heart,
especially yes,
we ain't talking about the heart failure and the kidney failure. And listen, we ain't
yes,
even gonna talk about the 15 lesions in one leg.
right,
The bone cancer
right.
would have taken most people out.
And you know what? I had a couple people say, Michelle, I don't know how you can do this. How you can do this? Because I have no choice. There's no choice here. That's just what it was. There's no choice. You know, I just have to. I always spoke about faith, and I always spoke about it, and spoke about it, spoke about it. But I had to literally ride the faith train,
Oh yeah.
and then it had to be
Oh, you had to.
reactivated. It had to be really reactivated. You know, yes,
You had to trust God. You had to know that you know God was able.
yes,
Because
yes,
you just
yes,
you made up in your mind that you was not gonna let the enemy take you. You just decided that you was gonna live because you knew that God was
yes.
able.
I
And
got to live.
you went to
Yes,
war.
literally, I did. I did. Yes, I did. I did. I did. Yeah.
Wow.
I said I'm still gonna live my life because I still had dated, and I had dated this guy, and he used to tell me that was in the beginning of 2018. He used to tell me that you you got cancer ain't got you, you got hold of it. He used to always tell me that in the beginning. He said you's a mean little somebody, cancer running up out of you. Yes, yes. And then I would have my own problems, and then I would help. He was developing his problems, and I would help him with his problems, And I was like, wow, that made me forget about my problems sometimes.
Yeah.
And I just kept, and I ended up helping him in a major way. That he went through some stuff.
Girl, you encourage
Yep.
me. Oh my Lord. Girl, you're making me feel like I'm honey. Yeah. You soldier man for real. I am listen, I'm honored to know you. Because
Well,
you
good.
a
I'm honored
powerful.
to know you too.
You one of them sister girls you want in your corner, right? Because you
Yes.
already know when the storms come and the battle, you got to go to battle. You one
Mm-hmm.
of them chicks you want to have on in your corner where you can. text her or call her. Michelle, listen, I need you praying, baby. I
Hmm.
need you. You one
Hmm.
of them kind.
And I had a girlfriend. She my best friend. She been my best friend for over 40 something years. And she had found out she had COVID a couple weeks ago, and we talk on the phone every day. And the second day after with her COVID, she's like, Michelle, she said, girl, when I talk to you, she said, I just be feeling good. So every day I make sure that I talk to her and make sure she all right, you know.
Wow.
And she's fine now. She beat it. She's fine.
Look at God. God is awesome.
Hmm.
That's called being my sister's keeper.
Yes.
You girl, you
Yes.
yeah.
Because
You
I had some sister keepers. Yes.
wow. Girl, I'm honored to know you.
You
I knew
too.
you had a power.
You too.
I knew you had one because of the short conversation that we had on the phone. But I was
Right.
honey, mm, you bad girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Because I do. Because one thing I said about cancer. Because when I walk in there, and the people will be there, and they be, and I'll open up the door, and everybody start looking at me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be looking like the Walking Dead. I'm that. Nuh-uh. I'm not. I refuse to do that. You know. Then there was a healing garden. I would take pictures in the healing garden. Cheese, hey. Well, you know what? My selfies was getting greater and greater. Yes,
Ah,
yes,
come on, girl.
yes, yes.
My
They
selfies
was
was
getting
getting
greater
greater.
and greater.
I was not gonna
They were
walk
getting
through there looking
greater and
like
greater. No, The day before chemo, I'm going to the thrift store, get me an outfit, to the hair store, get me a wig. Go get me some
girl.
earrings and some lipstick.
You best come on through here and say that.
Yes,
She
sir.
said she
They used to
a
say
whole
they
year.
call me Miss they call me Miss Sassy at both places. When I walked through the door, they used to tell me to model, so I would just walk in there and start modeling. Yeah, I said I used to tell them y'all need my picture up here on this wall now. Yes, all the nurses just used to love coming to me and gravitating to me and just listening to my story. Yes,
Wow.
cause ni- back in 1986, I wanted to be a model, but the Lord had other plans. I was pregnant, so I couldn't be a model. So I said, "Well, hey, I still got it in me. I'm taking a modeling thing through cancer.
Girl, yes you
35
did.
years later, yes."
Wow.
Because they used to
See
always
that?
say, Michelle, we can't wait to see what you're going to look like next week. Honey, I wear big hair, red hair, short hair, purple hair. It don't matter what color it was, whatever my mood was that day. Yes,
She said she would go get her a new wig, go to the thrift store, get her
yes,
fit, get the red
yes.
lipstick,
Honey,
everything.
yes,
The day
yes.
before she go to kid. Girl, I love you.
That's right. That's right. It was a routine. It was a routine for 2 years because I took chemo and I still do now. But I was taking chemo every week. 2 years. Every week. Every week. And
I think she froze up a little bit, you guys. Michelle, I think you froze up on us. I am loving this girl. Y'all, I am absolutely loving this woman. Sister girl said the day before chemo, I lost the guy. I lost her. Listen, I am loving her. She is so encouraging, She said the day before chemo, she go to the thrift store, get her a new fit. She go to the store, get her a new wig. She got her red lipstick, her face beat. She go up in the chemo clinic flawless because she was not walking up in there looking like the Walking Dead. Listen, that girl blessed me, honey. You talking about activating your faith. You talking about knowing that you know that you know that you know God is able, and if it's His will, He'll do. Honey, mm. Ooh, this girl right here. That's the sister girl right there that you want in your corner. That's the sister girl right there that you want. Listen, when you're going through the roughest of times and life has thrown you every curve there is, illness coming down, chaos all around. That's the kind of sister girl right there you want in your corner. Because listen, she went to war. I mean, truly, she went to war. And she said, uh-uh, mm-mm, not today, devil. Not today. I'm gonna live. Honey, I am encouraged. This girl right here done blessed me. For real, for real. Oh my God. I knew she had a testimony. Okay, I got her back for a minute, y'all. Michelle, can you hear
Yes, I can hear you.
me? Okay. Girl, she wrote.
Yes.
I hear something back in the back. You got a TV or something on?
My, wait a minute. My phone on talking. That's you talking. I'm on.
Oh, come out of that one then. The other phone is you must have got you on another phone listening. Come out of that one.
I came off.
Okay.
Can you hear me
Girl,
now?
girl, you my shero.
Thank you.
You my shero for real, for real. You so
Thank you.
you can ride together, honey.
And
We
you
can
know
roll.
what? Yeah, we can, honey. Yes, we can.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
We
know
can roll.
what? At all the times of listening about cancer, I never knew what a cancer survivor was until I actually went through this. You
Mm.
know, I never knew what that really truly meant, but I understand it fully to the fullest. You know, to the fullest. Because we knew that life was going to hit me like, with that,
Somebody is
And I'm
this thing, or somebody is going to watch it because this is going to go on my YouTube channel. And this testimony,
okay.
you talking, and that fight in you is going to give
Right.
the will to live and fight back. It's going to give
And that too.
will to fight that cancer journey.
Right.
Cause you got
Right.
it's
You got to
all
speak to it.
it's like it's all in you. You just like you refuse to be defeated.
No, I was too stubborn. I was too stubborn. Somebody said that long time ago.
My
Mm-mm.
Lord.
And the
Well,
stubborn in me too. You're not gonna bring me.
I'm working on something in South Carolina. I'm trying to get it together for later on this year, actually for Domestic Violence Month. And
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to get your sons to get you in the car and bring you to something to South Carolina for that event. Because I need you to be there.
Okay. Okay.
I need you to be there. Because girl,
Okay.
you're encouraging. You encourage me.
Well, thank you.
I'm gonna be talking
If
about.
I can encourage one person, I'm good.
I'm gonna be talking about you all day tomorrow. When you said the day before your chemo, go to the go to the store and get your wigs with your red lipstick, and you was like,
Yes.
"No, ma'am, I'm
Yes.
sitting in there fearlessly, honey, girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's honey." She said, "Listen here,
Yes.
listen. I am still Michelle, and I'm still gonna do this right here, honey. Yes, that's how
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I thank you.
Yes.
Thank
And
you,
I thank you. Because this is
honey.
like really my first platform. And I wanted to get on a platform and speak on it, you know?
Anytime you want to come back, let me know.
I will. I will.
You're welcome. Anytime you want to come
And
back,
I thank
come out. How?
and I want to give a shout out to Dion Wingate. He the one that hooked me to you. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yes.
I thank him. Yeah, anytime you feel like you want to come back and talk to us, and let us know how you're doing. Let us know what God is doing in your life, and just that encouraging
Okay.
energy, girl. Text my phone. You got my number
Okay. I will.
because you.
I will. This was right.
Yeah, appreciate I appreciate you coming on tonight. This
You're
has been
welcome.
this has been
And I appreciate too. And I said, and it's full circle from the Januaries. You know,
yes,
full circle.
3 years.
Later.
January 18, 19,
Well,
2021.
yeah. Well, we stepping in the fourth year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. This is in the fourth year
Yep.
because you was
We
diagnosed in
stepping in the
18.
fourth year.
Wow.
18 years now. And then last year I had the transplant. Yep.
Wow. That's amazing.
And I feel like, and I used to tell people, I said, I feel like the transplant pump more. And I used to always say it was the blood. Okay, that's what it was with the chemo. I used to always tell people it was the blood of Jesus being pumped up in me. You just got to look at it in a different way.
Girl, don't make me throw my shoe through this phone. You better come on and
Yes.
say.
You got to look at through the in another way, because I used to observe people taking chemo because I see it. When I walked in there, you know how they looked and the wraps around their head and the weakness and this and that. And I'm like, and I used to always say, am I going to get that way? And my soul said, no, because we gonna fight. We're going to continue to be cute now. We ain't trying to go down. No.
She
I
said,
said, okay.
"Ah, you gonna
Okay.
be cute." Girl, I
Yeah.
love you.
The time I knew that I had cancer is when we pulled up to the cancer center and it said cancer. That's the only time I said, oh, oh, oh. I said, oh, I got cancer. I said, yeah. But like I said, my brother Henry McFadder, when I found out I had it, he rode with me till the wheels fall off. He would take me every time to the cancer center. Every time. They fell in love with him.
That's all.
Yeah. And then when he couldn't do it, then my son did it. He would leave Raleigh and come up there to go be. I always had somebody in there with me the whole 2 years, before COVID. You know,
You had an amazing support.
that's why I understand how, you know,
She froze up again, guys. They,
just to look up and say, wow.
yeah, you had an amazing support system.
And then my classmates too. I got to give them a shout out. I had put together a little function for my class of '86. At this hotel thing, I had some coming from Georgia, Virginia, everywhere to support me. The class of '86. And they got me a car. So you do this when a person is living, not when they're dead. You give them the flower. They gave me a card with all my Facebook pictures on it and their names in it. Yes. I wish I would have brung that card. Yes. Yes. My class of '86. classmates, they rocked with me. And then I
Wow.
had a girl that did me for Christmas in 2019 for Christmas, and I sleep with it to this day. I wish I would have brung that too, but next time I'm gonna show you. It's a quilt with all my Facebook pictures on it. I look at my face every time I lay down, and I be amazed. She gave it to me Christmas of 2019.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
And I ain't seen that chick for 30 something years because I used to work with her. But she was following me on my page. Yes.
Wow. That is
Yeah, but I had
awesome.
a few classmates that really stuck with me. They really stuck with me. And I hate that we get together every December before Christmas, but we couldn't get because I said we would have got together this year. Oh, I would have showed out,
Girl, I
you
know
know.
you would. I don't even
Yes.
doubt it. I know you would.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, girl, woo, thank you. You are
And
truly,
thank you.
you are so welcome. And like I said, anytime you feel like you want to come back and hang out with us, tell us how you're
Okay.
doing. Well, because I know God, I know some amazing things getting ready to pop off in your life. So
I
anytime,
feel it too. I
yeah,
feel it too.
yeah, anytime you want to come back and just hang out with us,
Okay.
let me know. If you're always welcome. Because you're
Okay.
encouraging. You
Thank
help
you.
some people. So I
Thank you.
thank you. I appreciate it.
I put a story up yesterday. I had went in Food Line and there was this lady and I heard her tell everybody, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. She was bubbly.
Hmm.
She sounded like me. And so it was time for me to leave and she was coming to the cars because she cleaned the cars. And she said, Happy New Year. And I said, Girl, I heard your spirit. I walked in the door. I love it. And I told her, I said, anything, and I said, you keep that spirit no matter what you going through. You keep that bubbly spirit. All of a sudden, she started crying. I had to hold back the tears. She was like, What is your name? I love you. Whatever she was going through, she was like, How can I put it? I said something to encourage her.
Yeah,
I didn't even know this lady.
yeah,
Know this
absolutely.
lady. And she was crying. Because I told her, I said, Ma'am, I'm a bone cancer survivor. And that bubbly spirit is what I had.
Wow.
And a bubbly spirit can feel another bubbly spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I love it. I, well,
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're a beautiful soul. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I salute you, Warrior She. You powerhouse.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we'll talk. If not tonight,
Okay.
and I'm hit you up.
Okay. Hey, can you put this on my page?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact,
Okay. Okay.
I tagged you in it, so it should already be on your page.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
Okay.
tagged you in it, but if not,
Okay.
I tagged you in it. Check and see if you need me to tag you in the video again, so you can have it on your page. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, love.
All right.
We'll
Mwah.
talk soon. Appreciate
Have a beautiful week.
Thank you, love.
Peace.
All right.
All right.
There it is. Okay, guys. Listen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. I saw a lot of new faces on here tonight. Thank you for joining us. We are here every Tuesday night. Next Tuesday, my guest, listen, get your tissue ready. Get prayed up because next Tuesday is going to be a very, very emotional testimony. That too would be her first time telling her journey, telling her story. Um, it ended in tragedy. She is a domestic violence survivor, but it ended in tragedy. Um, I just know a smaller piece of it. I could not listen to it. I could not read the newspaper articles on it because it just messed me up. Just from the small little bit she was trying to tell me. So next Tuesday night at 7, I got you guys got to meet this young lady. Um, she said this is her first time telling it, but she knows that it's time, because she has to release the heaviness and the brokenness and the grief of it all. So I have mentally been trying to prepare myself for like the last 2 weeks because I know we were coming up to January for it. Um, so come back and join us next Tuesday night. But emotionally, get yourself prepared emotionally and be praying with her and for her, um, because I'm telling you, it's going to be an emotional testimony. Michelle, I thank you once again. Anytime you want to come back and hang out with us, just let us know. Let me know and I'll bring you back. I appreciate you guys. Share the video if you don't mind. Tag some friends in it. Um, Remember, you can go to my YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel, WarriorShe Room. And check out my website, WarriorShe website, www.warriorshe.org is the website. But we're here every Tuesday night. So tell somebody who can tell somebody who will tell somebody. Next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Let's talk. Y'all have a good night.
Give him all my praises, cause he died for you and me.
Bringing awareness to domestic violence.
And that's why I keep praising, praising.